Happy Wednesday to you people. I assume it's people watching. There might be some animals as well. I hope everybody's doing well. Got a very special guest today, Tanya Davis, former housemate, but more importantly, wonderful poet, singer-songwriter from PEI. I am going to play 2 songs first, though. If there's stuff that you want to hear, please do put it in the chat, and I'll see what I can do. It's true, it is an autumn shirt. Good point, Anna. And hello, Karen. And Stephen. I'm going to play one called Grace. If I can get my capo sorted. But I'm going to play the Spanish version, which is Gracia. Okay. Calmado ante la destrucción traiste. El viento evocó las hayas y las sillas. Nos decimos que nada cambia tanto. La veo todo, la gracia que tiene. Piedras nunca, somos todos inconstantes sin anclaje. Es mejor que seas todo lo que no eres. Hay palabras que te gustaría oír menos. Yo veo todo, gracia que es robado. Me mandas fuera hacia frío, todo dicho, tanto como podrías. Me mandas afuera, me mandas fuera hacia frío. No es tanto. That was Gracia. For all of you. I saw a little request in there from, I think it was from Zern in Hanover for Altona or Folds. So I'll have a go at one of those, maybe even right now. If you are tuning in and you like what you're listening to / watching, please do share it on your platform of choice. Hello to Durham. Hello, Johnny. But yeah, we're going to bring in Tanya after this. I'm going to play one more. This is about, well, it's not about, but it's named after a neighborhood in Hamburg called Altona, which I think there's some dispute about what it means, but there's at least one explanation that says that it means all too near, and it's about when the Germans and the Danes, or the people who would become the Germans and the Danes, were a little bit too close for comfort in that zone. So you can read into it what you will. Hello to Halifax. The purple writing today in the chat box means that I can't see people's names very well, so I apologize for that. It's random, it's randomly generated, but this is Altona for Zern. Hello, when you.
Why the signs and dark track curses seal me in, I'll chase you around. Overreached my indistinction. Take a breath, start again. Curled around as I was sleeping, didn't stop, would never know. All in lies and indistinction, all in light and all in white. Fearless now, right today, often wait. Fearless now, I won't stay, I won't stay. It's softened up by no advances. The Tony years would set me up. You sidled off between the watches. Gone, gone, gone. He steeled himself and not returning. Real sister, he's showing up. You call me a liar for the first time in a long time. Also known as, 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 I don't know. Reseal yourself in a warmer place. When the night settles in on the light, you'd stay to hold on to a familiar face, to have and not have. My heat is on, my lights are off. In the storm you can stay, you can sleep in the show. But for all you don't know, you're not making this song. But you cannot know.
That was Altona for Mr. Zern in Hanover. I guess it's time to bring in our very special, very prestigious guest today, coming in all the way from Prince Edward Island, out on the east coast of Canada. It's the one and only Tanya Davis. Welcome, Tanya.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing marvelous. I just got a little note in the chat here that it's Lily's first Uncle Tim concert, which is quite exciting because my brother and his wife Leah just had a a baby last week, and this is the first time that she's listening to the music. So I hope she's enjoying it. Thank you, Leah, for the update there. But yeah, so I'm quite excited about that. That's a new thing for me. First little nephew or niece. Yes. Anyway,
It's very exciting.
it's very, very exciting. I'm pleased to have you here. It's like such a pleasure to have you on here. Friends for a long time, housemates for like 8 years.
Time.
Very long time. Very long time. And it's you were living in Montreal for a few years as well. We were here at the same time, but now you've moved back out to Prince Edward Island. And how I don't know, you moved there like what, a few months before the pandemic stuff set in. So I don't know, I mean, you kind of went to a place of somewhat isolation anyway.
I did. Yeah. It was a weird choice to move back to PEI, kind of like I moved away from here as soon as high school was over, and I definitely never thought I would come back. So it feels kind of like a bit of a cliche in a way, but it's been very lovely. And I moved here about 3 months before the pandemic, or 2 months, not very long. So and I live in rural PEI, so it's much different than living in downtown Montreal.
Yes.
And sometimes I definitely miss downtown Montreal, as you know, but at this stage of life it's also nice to change it up, and I've never lived in the country before, and PEI is a pretty good place to be right now. Although I hear that you can dance again in Montreal, like outside at parties, and that's not happening here yet, so that sucks for me. It's good for you guys.
Good for us, bad for you. I'm just getting a note that you're quite quiet. Maybe you could just turn your gain up there a little bit. Let us know if that does the trick, Zoran.
Okay. Turned it up.
Turned it up. Balance it all out. We got like a long distance sound engineer in Hanover.
Oh.
It's very kind of him. And you've been continuing to write. I mean, I was thinking about this because last week we had Sydney Smith on, who's another mutual friend of ours from Halifax days, and he and you both, to my mind, I've been able to kind of watch you, like with your work process, and kind of see that you're both just so dedicated to the way that you work. I feel like you're just so committed. Like every day you go right in the morning. It's like the thing that you do to begin with, and it's always been very inspirational. I think just having Sydney on last week and him talking about his routines as well was kind of inspiring and a bit of a kick up the bum for me. So thank you for that.
Well, it's a good reminder because, sometime I fall off my little routine, like when, in the hecticness of summer, for instance, or when there's a lot of other things going on. So I definitely come away from it from time to time, and it always is kind of hard to get back in, but then ultimately I feel better when I'm in my routine of writing in the morning. Yeah.
And what have you been mostly writing recently? Has it been more poetry, more prose, more musical?
I've been trying to write more prose, although I think actually it's kind of prose poetry, some sort of... I wanted to write things that people could read eventually and not just hear. But that's a new style of writing for me, and I feel like a beginner again. So I've been for years writing performance poems, but I'm trying to write different things. So my writing practice lately has been sitting down to try and craft something that people would read someday in a book. Although I am going to be writing a big monologue as well soon, like for performance.
Okay.
So I got some funding from the PEI Arts Council to work on that. So I've, working on that this fall, and that's fun. So yeah, words, mostly lots of words, very wordy.
Thank you, PEI Arts Council, for your support.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, did you want to give us a little song, perchance? I mean, I see you've got that guitar there. I don't know if you planning to use it, but if you'd like to, that would be an honor.
I did bring it, so I guess I should play it. I am holding it here in my lap. There's a truck going by that's honking.
We'll ignore the honking.
Maybe they're honking for us. Okay, this is a poem song called The Web. I hope that everybody can hear me. All right. Are you the web or the spider that weaves? Are you fly that's trapped to die there slowly? Are you the glistening bead? Are you the morning light that shines upon it? Are you the beam to which the web attaches? Are you the tree from which came the beam? Are you the ground from which sprouted up the seed? Are you the rain which nourished the soil? Are you the cloud that provided the moisture? Are you the sun behind every weather? Are you any of these things? Are you all these things together? Are you a single stitch, drop thread, threadbare? Are you the fabric that waits to be repaired? Are you the tailor who mends it, new duds instead of it? Are you the broken singer in the corner? Are you the tired hands under dying light? Are you too shaky to thread a needle? Are you the needle that we can't find? Where did you go? Do you fade with sun's light? Are you a star, a moon? Are you a rainbow? Only comes with exact conditions. Are you the winds winding in the distance? Are you going to surprise us? Are you a season lying dormant, a storm waiting to happen? Are you a catastrophe threatening mayhem, an apocalyptic daydream? Are you the calm breeze at daybreak waiting to take the night up from the ground? Are you groundless? Are you the ground? Are you the caretaker who tends it, or the young one getting in the way? Are you the knowing old one? Are you the bones in slow decay? Are you the dust after the dying, a new life rising from it? Are you the baby green of promise, the petals prying open? Are you the cold come to scold them, heat to welcome? Are you the one who stops to smell them? Are you what the cliche was based on? Are you the over-photographed colors, the filter that doesn't cut it, while the bee carries off the nectar, the honey? Are you the shopper, the worker, the money? Are you nothing? If you cannot find or can't decide if you are all of this or nothing. Are you something, tangled, quantum, in a web of webs and onwards? Are you the weaver, or the one who sees it, or neither? Are you the web?
Beautiful. Thank you, Tanya. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that song? Is that available on the internet somewhere?
It's not available anywhere yet, but I do intend to record that. Yeah, it's called The Web, and I guess a lot of the themes that I explore over and over are how we affect each other and how like our interconnectedness in on the earth, in politics, socially, just what happens with that. And yeah, it's kind of a recurring theme that's at the base of a lot of what I explore in my writing, and how our actions affect other people, and the responsibility we should take for that, and how and sometimes we have no control, and where we let go and where we try harder. So yeah, so I guess that's kind of what it's about in a vague metaphorical way. Like, obviously you're not a web or a spider, you're Tim, but you know what I mean.
I only consider songs literally. I don't do metaphor.
No. Well, you can be a spider, I guess. You can be a cute spider.
I can be a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got so many lovely names here in the chat. Many Fanuel out in Vancouver, and Lynn on the West Coast, and Monica, who hosted us on her couch in Fredericton apparently 1 million years ago. I don't know that we're that old, but maybe we are. Maybe we're 1 million years old. Well, it must be 1 million and like something years old if we were already alive when we ended up on the couch. I almost forgot my tea. That was would have been a nightmare.
That would have been bad.
Would have been a nightmare. Yeah, but that was lovely.
Thanks.
I have I believe this is your last vinyl in the corner there.
It's the only vinyl that I had ever made. I mean, I made some other records, but that's the only one I ever put on vinyl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how is the music production process? I mean, I know you've been doing a lot of things in recent years for films and for different kinds of productions. I mean, you're always very open and exploratory in the ways that you kind of involve music and words and performance. But as far as kind of like old-fashioned MP3s go, Anything sort of on the horizon there?
Well, part of this, the web that I just did, it's sort of informing what I'm going to be working on this fall, and I'm hoping that there'll be an EP that comes with that project. So
Amazing.
I've written some songs. I don't know if they're going to make it onto this EP because I don't really know what it is yet. You know, when you're working on a new thing and it's like a baby so far, like it doesn't even have a shape. I guess babies come out with shapes. That's a bad metaphor, but anyway, it's just an amorphous thing. So I don't really know what I'm going to be recording to go with this project, but I do hope to have an EP of more wordy songs like that one I just did, less than like straight up sing songs. Although I do have some sing songs in my back pocket, and me and my girlfriend have started a country music duo.
Oh, nice.
So maybe we'll put out a little...
Do you have a name for said duo?
Yes, we're called the County Line Romance.
Cute.
Because we live on the County Line Road, so... and we're having a romance, so that's it.
Beautiful. And are there any shows of the County Line Romance coming up?
No, I mean, there will be, yes, this winter, but nothing to announce yet. We played recently... and she plays bass, and it's really nice to have her, like to share a stage with her. I've never gotten to share the stage with a girlfriend before, so it's fun.
Nice. Did you want to give us another little tune or a poem? I mean, you know, we talked
Yes.
about like maybe doing both, so like whatever you're feeling in the mood for.
Yeah, I'll play another little tune that is for my partner Carly. That I wrote during the pandemic. Well, I mean, the pandemic is still happening. During the early days of it, when the bridge was closed here on PEI, and we were locked down and no one was allowed on the island or off the island. And so I wanted to get her here to PEI, but it was a conundrum because they didn't want anyone to come, which I understood, but also psychologically didn't like I moved back here and I'm happy to be here, but I of course don't want to be stuck on an island that I can't leave. And we all had to deal with that this year. People couldn't leave their apartments, their cities, their countries, etc. So this was my experience when I didn't know how to get my partner here because the bridge was actually closed to people. No, you're not allowed on.
Wow.
And so this is called The Bridge. And I think I was looking for a rhyme, and New Brunswick didn't rhyme, but Nouveau Brunswick kind of did rhyme. So it ended up putting some French in the song. So maybe there's some French people listening, and they will know que je suis pas bilingue exact, but I try. And so here's my little attempt at singing en français un peu. If you come to see me, I will meet you at the bridge. And if they don't let you on it, I will find a boat and row it over, I will swim. And if they don't let us both back in, I will find us a home in Nouveau Brunswick. On peut rester là jusqu'à la fin de cette foolishness. I will blast past the barricades, I'll do it for love. And I'll go so fast, the RCMP can't catch me, they can eat passion's dust. I'll travel back roads to you, I shall go unknown paths for us. Et on se verra, même si on ne sait pas quand. Je te verrai, tu me verras. Dès que possible, ensemble on sera. N'importe où, I will kiss you, my love. This is the part where Carly comes in and plays a bass solo. It's really good bass solo. some future weather at some future time, we will be breathing together, limbs intertwined, and we will cross every bridge that is required. Pour l'amour, mon amour, yours and mine. Pour l'amour, mon amour, yours and mine. Thank you.
I was imagining the bass solo.
Yeah, it was good.
And I thought about
Bass
playing
solo.
it. It would have. I thought about playing one. I mean, and it would have worked for the folks back home, but it would have been like weirdly out of sync for you and probably ruined the song. So
Right.
I
Well,
didn't-
maybe next
didn't
time.
do it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, that would have been very cute.
It would. It would. I hope Lily's enjoying it. Can we get a Lily update if she's digging the music? From back home in Reed. I'll let you know. I'll let you know how that goes. So you were able to pop up to Montreal ever so briefly a few weeks ago, and we got to see each other in
So nice.
person. Big city life, but no, it wasn't kind of tempting enough to make you want to move back up this way.
No, it wasn't, because I have this really great living situation here on PEI in this old farmhouse down a quiet road with my cats and a garden, and it's quite idyllic for creativity, and it's a low cost to live and all these great things. But being up in Montreal recently made me hope that I could spend more time there, and it made me feel optimistic that when this pandemic lessens, I've started saying lessons instead of ends.
Yeah.
But travel makes a bit more sense. I would really love to be up there for like a block of time and to do some artistic projects and collaborations with people I know there, including you and your nice shirt, and yeah, so get to spend some more time, because Montreal as a city really fueled me artistically and just with lots of joy, and I do want to spend more time there.
We'll make it happen.
Fingers crossed.
somehow.
Yeah.
Apparently Lily has been soothed to sleep. So
Oh, that's
you're
good.
doing
That's
a good
good.
job.
Yeah.
And yeah, getting lots of nice clapping hands and hearts and love and the word love from various people. So I think it's we're doing okay. We're doing all right here. Just a little bit of housekeeping for the folks watching online. There's a donation link in the video description, and 50% of donations every week go to the guest artist. You can support by Interac or PayPal or credit card. And your contributions are very much appreciated. So thank you to everybody who's been contributing every week and has kept this going for like a year and a half. It does mean a great deal. And it's allowed us to bring Tanya back, because Tanya was on a year, and I don't even remember exactly when it was, but you kind of like you introduced the your film from last year, How to Be at Home, which was a very very poignant and useful follow-up to a piece that you'd done a few years before called How to Be Alone. But yeah, was just I think reached out and was huge for a lot of people trying to deal with what we were going through, and yeah, the isolation that came with the earlier stages of the pandemic. So yeah, look that up online. It's on the NFB website. I guess it's still there. It's still on the NFB website.
I'm pretty sure it's still there, and if not, the filmmaker Andrea Dorfman has it up on her Vimeo page as well, I believe. But yeah, it should be still on the NFB website. So
wonderful. And there's a link. There's a link to Tanya's website in the video description on YouTube and Facebook, so you can pop over there if you want to see more.
I definitely need to update that website, so you're very welcome to go there, and you can link to all of my other things. I will look much younger on that website than I am currently, but
it's not a photo from the future.
No.
Imagine.
Imagine.
But yeah, would you like to finish it with a little poetry piece, mayhaps?
Yes, I will. Yes, I would like. I haven't. I think I've only read this poem out loud once ever. It's kind of newish, but it's called "What You Will Miss When the Apocalypse Hits," a list. And I don't know if I really believe in the apocalypse or anything. It's just it's a good word, but maybe I'm rethinking my version of apocalypse. But I guess I mean what we miss as the world struggles with lots of things, including pandemics, climate change, wars, displaced people. So I don't know. It's probably not going to come at us like a science fiction movie, but who knows? First things first, you will miss the hitting of it, the beginning, since it is a slow unfolding, neither a revelation nor a bang. It will not commence with horns or fanfare, there shall be no parade. You may miss parades, if you've ever been into that sort of thing, since they will not be justifiable given the rising cost of gas. No slow-moving 18-wheelers spewing fumes of diesel while flatbed commuters wave plastic flags. I will not miss flags or the waving of them. Not that I would have a chance to. Flags, like factions, persist, for even as habitat dies, nationalism lives. You may miss your country if it goes underwater, miss fresh swims in clean water, access to power for hot showers to warm up in after. You will miss your people, the people on the other side of chasms, uncrossable, divided by seas with no boat, miles to go but no plane, unreachable hands, untouchable face. You might miss televised sports games, live satellite coverage, people making millions to put the ball or the puck in, the pub to watch the final from, cheap chicken wings, the halftime show with the fighter jet flyover and the famous people singing. You might have to go to a dust bowl with a broken ball and no goal posts at all. You may or may not miss how we complicated things. You may or may not miss simplicity either. Depends on the specifics, depends on how you're wired. Some things will be clear, others will be harder. I would miss pens if I could write with them no longer. Technology will be hard to part with, but I will not miss computers. Yes, I will miss what we use them for, to see your mouth move, to send you a love poem. We don't have to miss love poems, we don't have to miss love. We miss love all the time though, because we never seem to have enough. We're in a deficit because we don't know how to give it, and since love makes more love, this is a bad cycle to get in. When the apocalypse hits, we might miss all the options we had, like should I love this person or not, swipe right, go out, or stay home with my dog. You might miss endless choices, then again you might not. You might miss cacophony of voices in the bar on a night when your biggest trouble was your love life or your job. You might miss this already because you love life and it's hard, and you live on a farm or by the sea or in the tropics. You live near a border and you watch the people cross it, and you know that they need to, and you know that they need you, and it's mutual, though you might miss the illusion that it's not. If the apocalypse hits, I will miss the opportunity to prove that we are linked inextricably. I will not miss the fairy tale of self-sufficiency or the myth that we can survive anything alone. If the apocalypse hits, we won't have to work to prove this anymore. It will finally be known.
Thank you. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you for having me.
That was powerful stuff. Unsurprisingly, from the powerhouse herself, Tanya Davis.
I don't usually refer to myself as that, but thanks.
It's not a metaphor. It's a literal. You're a literal
Right.
powerhouse.
Like I am a powerhouse. I conduct power. Yeah.
Yes, a power station.
Yeah. Thanks.
No, that was very, very powerful.
Well, I appreciate your hosting. I love that you do this, and it brought so many people on here. So really, thank you for keeping this going and giving us lots of good entertainment throughout this weird time. And thank you for having me.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure. I think we're getting a lot of love in the chat there. It's been and I fully intend to keep this all going, so we'll definitely get you back at some point, maybe when your EP comes out, whatever shape that EP is going to be in.
Yeah, it's a baby.
Yeah, it's a baby. It's a baby with no shape. We don't know how many heads or hands it's got.
It's a modern baby.
It's a modern baby, and it's gonna be beautiful, whatever shape it turns out to be, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going and play a few more songs, but we're gonna say goodbye to Tanya for now. So yeah, thank you so much, Tanya, and
Thank you.
I really hope that we'll be seeing each other soon in real life. Goodbye. Say goodbye to Tanya, everybody. And the workmen outside her place were also saying goodbye, it seemed. That was such a treat. So wonderful. Tanya's a wonderful old friend and has been an inspiration. When I was first getting started playing music in Halifax, I moved into her place, and it was like full of other musicians. Catherine McLellan was living there, and I felt like I was just kind of coming up in this world in Halifax, and it was incredible to get support from Tanya. I got to play together quite a bit. She played with me, I played with her, and it's it's been like a 15-year long almost connection now. So yeah, it's a pleasure to have her on, and we will definitely get her back. Definitely go and check out our videos, How to Be Alone and How to Be at Home, if you haven't seen them. Mentioned this before, but How to Be Alone features the toilet in our house, which you never see a toilet on national TV, but that did happen. I'm going to play a song called Half Awake, which has been the new theme music for this series of Daystreaming. And it's about knowing when to let something go.
Does it mean something? 'Cause it meant something. Let it go. For a while. But you watch it striving to see if it's surviving. Make a pact, let it lie. More than half awake, cold only to say. You're apart from your feeling, set adrift on meaning. Let it go. For a while. But you won't see it. Getting hard of hearing. Make a pact. Cold
half awake. That one can be for Wan Yu, seeing as it's your favorite. I'm going to play a little request here. I had a request from Lynn out in BC for Tendrils. So I'm going to play that. Hope everybody's doing so well out there. Again, thank you so much for the donations. You're a particularly generous bunch this week. The link is in the video description for anybody who has not yet donated and would like to. This is an old song. I'm actually working on a little collaboration video for it, so keep your eyes peeled for that, because I played it with this ensemble called Clogs, this classical indie ensemble way back in like 2013. We recorded that version of it, and it's up on Spotify and Bandcamp and what have you. It's called Tendrils, and it's about things just beneath the surface. But this is for Lynn in BC who requested it.
Old rages blocking all the holes, hide inside walls, decided to go. Calm silence, don't pick apart its source, make it up but just put it aside. Dawn find us waking upside down, find your sense of holding, you'd watched it unfold. Phrase tendrils creeping for a home, the steely grey glow of your eyes. But by night I'm silenced and still. Can you make yourself feel unkind? When you cry out, oh, when you see that we all come freely along. No brightness, but misinterpret words, deflect us from the side of you, drenched and afraid. Fight in the sourness that pulls around the brain. It's an offering, an offering, an offering again. Sealed inside each verse, up above my words. You've a sense, I'm sure, that's as true as any for the times I tried, but didn't make the connections, and I'm left to feel. If I was you, I'd lie. 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 Old judgment picking apart your eyes, fooled by the scope and pulled as rope. Old judgment picks apart your eyes. We barely are truthful to us.
That's Tendrils for Lynn out in BC. I got a request from Anna for the new song that I played on the first week of this stream. I have to still work on that because it's new and I don't have all the lyrics locked in there, but I'll play that next week. For anybody who doesn't already know, who is kind of new to this stream, I do this every week. 3 p.m. Montreal time, 4 p.m. Halifax time, 8 p.m. in the UK, 9 p.m. in continental Europe. So set a reminder, like the page, subscribe on YouTube, blah, 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 all that stuff if you want to keep track of what's going on. Or even better, everybody tells me like if they just set a reminder in their Google Calendar, that's what actually works to get them here, because the YouTube stuff all just gets lost. Yeah, I am gonna play a different new one though. that I'm gonna do like a really, really basic auto cue here, which is just to stick a piece of paper with the words on over the screen, so it looks like I know the words. That's Bo's favorite. I can't believe it. It's so like dark for a youngin', but you know, I guess I got into REM when I was like 11 years old with their album about death, so let that tell you what you need to know. This song is provisionally entitled Sledgehammer, but has nothing to do with the Peter Gabriel song. But I'm gonna put my lyrics up here so I know what's going on. I'm gonna do 2 more after that, so get your requests in now if there's anything you want to hear. Sledgehammer. If anybody has a better name for that, let me know. I'm gonna play Don't Mind. This is a track from the last album, Parallel Line, which it's up on Spotify and Bandcamp and all those places. So if the music's new to you, please do go investigate. It's about growing irrelevance. I can bring my auto cue down now. And now it's probably a good time to say, also, we have, how about Dremel? Very good. Is that a brand name of sledgehammers? Yeah, we have guests most weeks. Next week is the incredible experimental harpist, Sarah Paget. This is her fantastic record. I mean, you can't tell what it sounds like from looking at it, but maybe you can. Maybe it's a visual metaphor. But we had her on last year and got this like beautiful, enveloping experience because she uses a lot of processing as well. It's not just the harp. Like, as if the harp isn't beautiful enough, she does fantastic things with it. Lots of pedals and amps, and creates these incredible soundscapes. Kind of just prepared harp stuff with a bow and with different things like on the strings. And she gave us a little bit of a tour of the harp last time. So if you have any harp questions, prepare them. But yeah, this is Sarah Baget next week. In October, next week's October. What the hell? Cannot handle that. But this one is Don't Mind for whoever wants it. Put your hand up if you want this song, if you want it to be your request. There we go. That was Don't Mind. Seeing as John doesn't mind if he has it, then Bo can have it. That's for you, Bo. I saw some requests in there earlier on from Zern for Lawless. Can I do that right now? I'm going to work on that for next week. So if you tune in next week, Zern, then you will definitely get that one. I'm going to play one more. Tune in next week, same time, if you want, for these things. Also, there's a tour coming up in November, I'm going to be in the UK and in Germany. I'll play a little video with the tour dates afterwards. You can get tickets at paperbeatscissors.com/live. And there's a link in the video description for those as well. But we'll be all through the UK and Germany. The UK shows are with The Burning Hell. The German shows are with Ben Kaplan. And yeah, they're starting to sell out, so get them while you can. Hebden Bridge just sold out. And, you know, the bustling metropolis of Hebden Bridge. I don't know why that's relevant one way or the other. What am I going to finish with? I'm going to do Go On to finish. But yeah, tune in next week and you'll get those requests for those people who asked them and I failed to do them. And a crazy harp concert from Sarah Paget. It's been a treat, as always. Did I miss anything? I write some notes for myself and then never check them. But if I did, I apologize. We had a wonderful response from last week for the show with Sydney Smith. So we're kind of discussing potentially doing something again in the future. He did like a live painting thing while I improvised, and it's still available on the YouTube channel. All these shows, they're available directly afterwards at the same link that you're watching right now, and I keep them up for a few months. So actually, I think the Tanya one is maybe still up, and maybe I brought it down. It's a long time ago now. I lose track. But yeah, check the link in the video description for like the old playlist. Yeah, we've had amazing guests. Ruben in the Dark, Mike Furstack, Jeremy Dutcher. So many people. I lose track. There's a playlist, a Spotify playlist of all the people that have played. I'm going to just stop talking and play my last song now. This is Go On for anybody who wants it. Also, put your hand up if you want this one.
Your own mind piece together. You chewed the horns of these souls and left them as an offering in the culvert. Out your words, won't change them no matter what the fashion. Clothed in your nouns and your verbs, the best attempts to lead you to distraction. So come on, don't tell me you would to know by now. Lost in your jewels, your sense chewed out. Don't tell me you would to know by now. The worst of it all is cycle. enough of this now.
It's the end. What a treat. Thank you all for tuning in. Abby made it. Abby made it to the new schedule. Your new schedule, I guess. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back next week with Sarah Paget on the harp. It's been a treat. Go and check out Tanya's music if you don't already know her stuff. And yeah, we'll see you back here, same time, same place next time. Okay, bye-bye.